Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MSNBC, my snarky news broadcasting channel. All of the news, none of the pants, where I have been joined by my two gorgeous co-hosts, which you can see on screen right there. Wren from Rendition, and where she joins Igor, where he makes these amazing, delectable boozes. You should try them. They're amazing, and I actually got a buzz from one of them.
Hey, I'll be happy to hear that.
Kind of want some now.
As well as Ishtar from her own Twitch streams, and where she helps out here on Help for the Guildless and over on our sister channel, Cyber Demon Gaming. And if you want her to finish that KFC dating sim,
Not happening.
you need to bother her. Bother her on her Discord, bother her on Matt's Discord. Just tag her as often as possible.
Not happening.
My name, of course, is Antoine the Great. And I want to welcome you all to the Cricket Special.
Yes, I'll grab the crickets in a second. I have them.
For those of you,
Special.
for those of you who do not know, was it 2 weeks ago?
2-3 weeks ago, someone paid to have me eat crickets.
Yes, flavoured crickets, not just crickets that she goes out to her garden to pick up on the ground and shove in her face. These are baked, seasoned crickets.
Yes. Minion, can you hand me the crickets?
Hey, Wren, you may want to turn a light on. You're a little dark, darling.
Unfortunately, actually, there's a light behind me you can turn on. I'm a little dark on the screen, apparently.
Look, she has a little bit of person of colour in her. It's fine. I am completely black, alright?
I didn't make it a racist.
The light in the corner over there.
You made it a racist thing.
It's just a lighting on the thing. The minion will look into. This is why I
Igor to
have
the
him.
rescue.
This is why I have him. He's useful for this.
Now, let's go ahead and say hello to the people who are in chat, because they're here to hear us talk about news. They're here to look at the two of you, and they're definitely here to watch you eat crickets. So, Mitzi,
Yes.
of course, was first. She's been on another streak here. I think this is her fourth first. Hasta got second. Cinder Shadow actually got third, and I think that's his first. And Jacob comes in to steal it away from Ray with the honourable mention. So that's our top four. How's it going, all four of you? And then Ray is here. Ray, I want you to know, Matt downloaded something special just for you that I'm going to debut today because of an article that I know Ishtar had. Just to let you know. It's not anything big, it's something really quick, but it's fitting.
And these are the crickets, guys.
And then we have Yeknomeno is here. How's it going, Yeknomeno? Long time no see. Nathan Marcano comes in and says not honourable mention. He does lose his streak of honourable mention. Wild Breath is here. How's it going, Wild Breath? Zar is here. Says almost forgot again, but you're here, so that's all that matters. Optimus is here. Optimus, where were you 2 weeks ago? We actually had a Penguin article. You're never here when we have them.
No, he's not.
I think he does it on purpose. It's so he can. It's so he can beg for Penguin articles now.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot the ranch one's over there. I'll have to grab that one.
Ranch crickets. That does not sound any better.
So what are the rules on eating these? Because I know people paid, so I'll give them the first couple tries free.
Well, let me say hello to everyone, and then we can discuss that. Sir Wolf is here. He says sup, and then Ghost Dog comes in and says hello everyone. How's it going, Ghost Dog? And I think that's all I see. Nope. Did I say hello to Hasta? Yes, I did. Malik is here. How's it going, Malik? Fermion is here. 2 shows in a row for MSNBC. Fermion has joined up. I'm starting to think he's becoming a fan again.
I think so too.
Oh, he says, hey, all, not feeling the best, but I'm here for now. Well, I hope you feel better, Fermion. We miss you. We really do. And then let's see. I think that's Eric. Nope, Steve showed up. He says, can someone kill me with like a 50 cal aim for the head? Gorier, the better. No, you have to sit there, Steve, and enjoy this. Wolvania is here. How's it going, Wolvania? And then we have Celtic King 345 Gaming. How's it going, Celtic King? Nice to see you here. I think this is your first time here. And then Tom Leach is here. And if Tom is here, there's a good chance Siri is listening as well. So hello to you both. He says, I got here first badass in the chat. I don't know if we can count that one, Tom.
He wants to count it.
All right. So, what are the flavors that you have?
All right. Over there at the grab it, I have the. Let's grab that other one that's flavored real quick.
And Ishtar is eating, so if you hear crunching, you know why. Ali
I'm hungry.
Ali just showed up, so hello, Ali.
Hi, Allie.
All right. Flavors I have. I had buffalo sauce, but my kids ate that one.
Your kids ate your crickets. That is something I did not expect to hear.
Demonic minion approved.
I did not expect the little Renlings to like them, but apparently they loved the buffalo sauce ones. So
Alright.
those are gone. They ate the whole package. I have the original hickory smoked bacon, spicy cayenne, and cheesy ranch.
All right. So here's what I'm thinking. You have to have at least one of each.
That is fair for what the original pay was.
After that, we will leave it up to chat and donations, because we all get a part of that. What do you want to set the donation to that you eat another cricket?
Well, these are smaller bags than I thought it'd be, so I only have so many crickets. I would say, what'll be nice, $2.
$2 per cricket. All right. You heard it here, chat. $2 per cricket. Now, do you want to do this now, or do you want to?
I think they
stretch this out.
I'll try 2 of them now, and then we'll do 2 after the break.
All right. Ishtar, can you please not crunch into your microphone?
All right. As the minion gives me a face for this, but the audience did pay.
They did.
We are going to start off with spicy cayenne.
Can you get it closer to the screen?
All right. Actually, that's kind of flavorless. I thought that'd be spicier.
So what does it taste like?
Nothing.
It doesn't taste like crickets. Don't like, you know.
It's just crunch. It's crunch, and I'm getting a residual heat.
That would be the cayenne.
But I'm not getting. I'm not getting anything other than that. All right, this is the cricket. We're gonna go with bacon next. Okay, that one has more flavor.
Now, are they good? Or are they? I mean, you said the other one had residual heat. So is it just crunchy?
It's just crunchy.
No, Zia Gold. Ishtar is not eating crickets. She is eating chips, I think. Tom wants to know how to donate. You can do it through Super Chats or Streamlabs. Either or works.
They're low calorie though for snacks. I mean, it's only 45 calories for this entire bag.
Is it? I think it's just because you have to get over the idea that you're eating crickets.
Yeah. Like I said, they were Renling approved. Apparently the Renlings loved them, but they're just kind of meh.
Malik wants to know if you're going to be putting hot sauce on the crickets.
No, but me and the minion did joke that if he gets up to, how much was it for the cricket beer?
Cricket beer?
He said if he hits 180, we'll use the remaining crickets for a beer. For whatever's not eaten.
Cricket beer.
Yeah. If he hit what was it, 300, we'd do mealworm beer.
Listen, I adore your minion for what he's created. If he creates that, please don't send it here.
Oh no. You guys are more likely to get the chocolate raspberry wine.
Oh, darn.
The
Not
cricket,
that.
the cricket or the mealworm beer, if we get up to that point, would be drank by us, and it would be a really small batch, like a really tiny batch, just to
Just a sample.
just for shits and giggles of kind of the idea. Have you ever seen this? It's the YouTube thing, Will It Beer?
No, but I've seen the Will It blend.
There's a brewery that does Will It Beer,
Ah,
and they get random, like they got people to make breakfast beers using eggs and donuts.
that's interesting.
So it's kind of a fun little play on that for us. Of hey, let's try it.
All right. Well, after you sample all of them, we'll let Nathan choose because he did donate. $2
Yep.
from Nathan Marcano. $2 per cricket. Eh? Eh? I'll go now. Yes, you go sit in the corner, sir, and you think about what you've done. But we will let you choose which cricket Wren gets to munch on additionally after this one. So let me get the purr out of the way. And then I'll read what Ray said because it's pretty funny. Alright. Now, Ray said after that, "Excuse me, bartender, there's a bug in my beer." That'll be $12.99, please. Alright. So what is the next one you're going to be trying?
The next one is original and cheesy ranch.
Alright, so do you want to do the original last, or do you want to do the cheesy ranch?
We'll do the flavored first. So we'll see if the flavors have anything. So there. Oh, looks like there's a lot of ranch powder on this one.
Ranch powder is always good. How's it going, Gnostic?
That's definitely ranch.
Now, is it like Doritos Ranch?
Off-brand Doritos ranch.
Ew.
Yes.
I don't know if this is going to count for 10 or not, Wren.
$20. I can say it counts as 10. And here is.
Real quick, $20 from Tom Leach. Is this the beginning of the Wren Eats Weird Stuff series?
You know what? I'm willing to do, within reason, I'm willing to try weird stuff. This is plain old
Just
cricket.
plain cricket.
Yeah, plain cricket's just crunch.
Just crunch. I don't. That's just weird. I mean, it's better than the chocolate butthole, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright. Nathan, you get to choose first. What additional cricket, what flavour would you like Wren to eat? And then Tom, you get 10. Because you're just trying to take the fun for everyone. But while we're talking about, while we're waiting for their answers, how was your weekend? Now, I know for a fact Valentine's Day was this weekend, and I know that's a big ladies' thing, so I hope you two were spoiled.
I actually worked all weekend.
I would like to say that while I was pleasantly spoiled, I also spoiled Matt in return. Because, in my opinion, Valentine's Day is not just a girl's thing.
No, it's not.
At least it shouldn't be.
I'm getting a little spoiled later on, but it's one of those things of I started my new job and there was working over the weekend.
Well, new job is good. Nathan said he wants you to do bacon. Now,
Bacon.
since we're starting the Wren Eats Weird Stuff series, I'm going to have to come up with something for that.
As
Tom-
long as it's not the Haribo sugar free, we're good.
No,
That was
that's
already-
cruelty.
That was already suggested, so that's a no. Fermion wants to know about the sugar-free gummy bears. Tom wants to know if he can send you a bag of dicks.
You know what, Tom? Sure. You have to pay me.
See, real quick, Ishtar, Ray brings up a good question that you didn't believe was a thing. Ray says Ishtar's bucking for a steak next month. Do you want to explain why that's important?
No.
Wren, you know what happens 30 days after Valentine's Day, right?
I still don't believe it's an actual thing that's celebrated. It is a satirical thing.
Steak and blowjobs day?
Thank you! Ishtar told Matt it's not real. He had to try and convince her that it was real. She still didn't believe him. Apparently, over their Valentine's Day dinner, she had to look it up and then made a face.
It is indeed real, and I'm sure most men are perfectly fine with it. Here's to cricket number 1 of 11. There.
Well,
still just crunchy.
There's more.
There is. I'll lay out 11 more, or 10 more.
Well, no. $15 from Ghost Dog. Per for the ladies Antoine. Ish, money for the wedding. Wren for a new
Aw,
PC.
thank you, Ghost Dog.
Thank you.
And Eat a Cricket. Ranch. So
Okay,
he's only adding 1.
Okay, he's only adding 1. That's fine.
Tom, on the other hand, which has not given his choices of what you're supposed to eat, so I guess it's dealer's choice.
Then I'm going dealer's choice on this one.
So I will give out the per for the ladies. Apparently, Gnostic is not wearing his glasses, and Sir Wolf is not wearing anything but a robe. So he's joining us in the non-pants thing.
All right.
Come on, Shell.
All right. So what are you choosing for Tom?
I'm going... Tom is getting half bacon, half ranch. Because they're the only two that have some kind of flavor.
Okay. Penn asks, what's going on with the crickets? Well, our last episode, we brought up... someone brought up crickets, edible crickets. I think it was Ben C, because of course it's Ben C. And we said, Wren said, if someone paid for the crickets, she would eat them.
I would eat them.
So, of course, knowing our chat, and the people in our chat, like Ben C, someone paid for the crickets. And Wren bought them. Apparently, her little Wrenlings enjoyed the buffalo-flavoured ones. So they are Wrenling approved. And the deal was she was going to eat one of each flavour, and then, you know, now it's every $2, she has to eat more.
There's the 12 crickets eaten.
So,
They're not bad. They're just... They're weirdly crunchy.
So... oh god. Penn wants to know how much per cricket. Do we want to up this cost, or do you want to stick with it? Because I have a feeling until all of them are gone, this is what the show is going to be.
Let's go $5 a cricket now.
$5 per cricket.
Only because then we don't get into any of the articles and it's just me finishing bags of crickets.
We do have news for you people.
Yes, we do.
Some pretty good oh god. Penn wants to know how many are left.
I can't tell you how many are in a bag, but I have only 4 small bags of crickets. These tiny little bags are all I got of the crickets. So it is a limited supply thing.
So yeah, $5 per additional cricket. Alright, let's give you a chance to digest that, and let's go ahead and get some articles going, because Ishtar looks like she's about ready to fall asleep.
No, I'm talking to my mom.
Oh, well. We will not start with science then. You can talk to your mother. I'm not going to take that away from you.
Sorry.
So I
She
guess
has terrible timing.
we will start with Florida Man. All right. And we have a game that we can play.
Ooh.
So, Florida Man arrested after exposing himself to cars, claiming he was what?
Batman.
Batman. Okay. Ish, you have a suggestion?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Florida man arrested after exposing himself to cars, claiming he was what?
Joe Biden.
Okay. All right. For those of you in the chat, you get to suggest as well.
Oh.
Yes. While you're doing that, $100 from Panina Chan. Eat 'em up. You'll just.
All right.
I think that pays for the rest of the crickets.
I think she has. Also, to answer questions, Zeo Gold, I'm drinking the mango beer. This didn't start off as mango beer. We just kind of accidentally made it.
It's either 20. She says she's paying for 20 crickets.
20 crickets, okay. I will start laying them out.
So
As for making the minion do it, the Will Your Beer one, he said it takes $180 to his thing for when he's streaming in order for cricket beer to be a thing.
all right. So the suggestions for what Florida Man is doing. The first one is believing he is Jesus. Nathan just throws out meth because it's Florida. Gnostic agrees with Ishtar and says Biden. Rogue says car sexual. Ray says Pope Squatch. Mitzi and Ghost Dog have both said hello to your mother. Yekna says a cricket smothered in barbecue sauce. Fermion says God. Zeogold says he was the Messiah. JR, how's it going, JR? Says a traffic light. Ghost Dog says Superman. Malik says a porn star. And Steve comes in with a porn star as well. Well, I mean, if he's with a porn star, I can almost guarantee he's going to be coming along.
All right. There's 20 crickets.
You don't have to shove them all in your mouth.
I'm not.
Okay. So, are you guys ready? Because none of you got it. Oh, where's my thing? There it is. Florida man arrested after exposing himself to cars claiming he was protesting civil rights.
Did not see that one coming.
Mm-mm.
Apparently neither did the cars. This is just a short article. I'm sure he's used to hearing that. Police in Palm Harbor, Florida received several calls last Monday afternoon about a man potentially exposing himself to passers-by on a road filled with heavy traffic. When they arrived at the scene in question, they found just that. Police found 23-year-old Riley Cushman, who, according to the Smoking Gun, was bottomless and exposing himself to traffic. Look, I know we say all the news, none of the pants. He actually took that literally. When police,
A bit too far.
When police questioned him, Cushman said he's protesting civil rights by showing his penis to traffic, but was now finished and wanted to go home. Unfortunately for Cushman, he was not able to go home quite yet, as he was arrested for exposure of sexual organs. And like I said, just a short one.
Well, at least his excuse is original.
Yeah, that's a reason. And surprisingly, there are still more crickets.
Rogue is asking.
Jesus, Wren.
Rogue is asking.
I did
how
not
many?
control pack. This package is almost full. So, well, I'm gonna save the original, so that the minion possibly has something for cricket beer.
Yeah, you need something for cricket beer.
And cricket beer is. I know. I'm saving these ones at least have more flavor. That's just crunchy weird. If I'm gonna eat crickets, it looks like I have most of the package. They really are tiny little bugs. I'm not gonna individually count crickets. If Penn wants more crickets eaten, I can eat more for her since she paid 100.
Well, it's Rogue asking about that, and Penn says showing his penis to traffic, depending on how cold it was, might not have even passed as a traffic signal. Alright, Ishtar, are you ready for some science?
Yeah, sure.
You look upset.
It's fine. Well, since we're talking beer, let's go with this one. Mass brewery uncovered in Egypt may be oldest in the world. Before there was the king of beers, there was the pharaoh of beers. A team of archaeologists in southern Egypt has uncovered what's believed to be the world's oldest large-scale brewery, dating back more than 5,000 years. The joint Egyptian-American Archaeological Mission, headed by Dr. Matthew Adams of New York University and Dr. Deborah Vischak of Princeton University, working in North Abydos, Sohag, has uncovered what is believed to be the oldest high production brewery in the world. Egypt's tourism ministry wrote in a Facebook post on Saturday, because that's how you get your news these days, is on Facebook.
Or Twitter.
Yep. The Suds shop likely dates back to the era of King Narmer, who ruled around 3100 BC. It is widely credited with uniting Upper and Lower Egypt. The Post quotes Mustafa Waziri, the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, as saying, "How badass is that? I am the Supreme Council leader of the Council of Antiquities." That just sounds like a supervillain waiting to happen.
That sounds like someone taking the Book of the Dead and reading from it.
Yeah. The sprawling brewery consists of 8 sectors, each with about 40 earthenware pots divided into 2 rows. It is believed to have made more than 22,000 liters of beer at a time. Igor, take notes. The facility may have been built in this place specifically to supply the royal rituals that were taking place inside the funeral facilities of the kings of Egypt, said Adams in the statement, which went on to note that beer may have been used in sacrificial rites.
Because of course it was.
Hey. Beer is a sacred thing.
I was going to say beer and blood sports go together really well. Why do you think beer is always advertised during boxing and MMA? So, of course, what's a little sacrificial, praying and beer? That's called a party.
Hey, Minion, can I get another beer?
In 2019, Israeli researchers used 5,000-year-old yeast recovered from Egyptian, Philistine, and Judean pottery fragments to brew up a batch of beer. And in 2014, archaeologists in the Egyptian city of Luxor unearthed the relatively modern tomb of ancient brewmaster Khonso M. Heb, dating back some 3,200 years.
So,
when water was scarce and uncertain.
So, well, apparently beer is important things.
Yes, it is.
I'm actually kind of impressed. I'm also waiting for Igor to ask for that on his wish list. Alright, have you thoroughly gotten the legs out of your teeth?
Yes.
Alright, are you ready to cringe us?
Yes, I am. Oh, you are not going to be annoyed by ad blocker right now. I'll deal with you later. All right, you know what? We're going to go with, you guys have heard about the Gorilla Glue Girl, have you?
Oh, yes. Darwinism at its finest.
Yeah, well, the Gorilla Glue Girl apparently says she's giving the $20,000 she raised on her GoFundMe to a nonprofit run by the doctor who saved her hair.
Nice.
You know what? I can respect that.
I'm still going with the fact that she got $20,000.
Well, yeah.
On GoFundMe after. To those who don't know, the Gorilla Glue Girl. She turned around, and because the bottle of Gorilla Glue did not say "do not use in hair," she used it in her hair.
Yeah, I know. It says don't, irritant to skin. Yeah, it is called Gorilla Glue. It's not.
Yeah.
I would really like these social media platforms to stop making stupid people famous.
Yes, and it's she said this girl got famous on TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the video. She didn't ask. Okay, to her credit, with the video, she did not ask for money. Her TikTok was she wasn't even crying during it. She wasn't asking for sympathy. Her TikTok was actually kind of, look, I did something stupid, so this is a PSA for you people. Don't do this.
Yeah.
So I can understand how people. She wasn't begging, so I can understand how people showed sympathy.
Yeah.
But she's now going to get more popular because of this, because people like to watch stupid things.
And yeah. But let's just read this. This is the nicest part of her article, or for her story. Tesca Brown, the woman who went viral after putting Gorilla Glue in her hair instead of hairspray,
Because we all do that.
says she'll give the $20,000 she raised. So it was her GoFundMe. She raised through a GoFundMe page to a foundation run by the surgeon who saved her hair. Louisiana resident Brown went viral in early February after she posted videos on her Instagram and Twitter saying her hair has been stuck in place for a month because she used Gorilla Glue as a substitute for a hairspray. After garnering a huge attention on the internet, LA-based surgeon Dr. Michael Obeng offered to fix
I guess.
Obeng
Obeng.
offered to fix Brown's hair for free. Earlier this week, TMZ posted footage of Obeng's operation on Brown's hair. Videos from after the procedure showed Brown was also able to retain some of her hair through the process. She can be seen running through her fingers through it and feeling her scalp. Now Brown apparently wants to pay it back by making a sizable donation to the foundation. During the Gorilla Glue saga, Brown, so she did this,
Yeah.
launched a GoFundMe page with an initial goal of $1,500 to help pay for her expenses related to what she called this unfortunate ordeal.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, just slightly. I mean,
Yeah.
I can understand. She knew she was going to have something happen, so $1,500 I can understand is not that much, but people did take sympathy upon her because of her stupidity, and she raised $23,000.
Yes. This is what she put on her GoFundMe. Quote, "My name is Tesca Brown, and I'm a small town girl who happened to make a mistake by putting Gorilla Glue spray on my hair as a substitute for Gotta Be Glue hairspray. And as most of you know, my hair was stuck in place for about a month. After reading and researching, I realized I may need medical help and my hair may need to be shaved. So I made a GoFundMe account to help with any expenses related to this unfortunate ordeal. I would like to thank anyone who reached out."
See, she's not necessarily. She's just wanting to pay for the.
Yeah.
So I mean, basically, they had to, because you can't just shave it. How tight she had it on her head, you can't just take a razor to that. You're gonna try and scalp her by doing that, and that's not good. So, Gnostic is asking, how do you operate on hair? It wasn't that they operated on the hair. The medical procedure was to get the hair loose on the scalp so they could then shave it off.
Yeah.
And I've seen pictures of her afterwards. She did have some hair left, not a lot. It was just on the sides. But they shaved her bald, like Mr. Clean Bald. So it was basically, that's the only way that they could have saved her hair. Her head, let alone her hair. It will grow back. If not,
There's always wigs.
Wigs are not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So
Following her viral success, donors flooded to the page. As of Sunday morning, Brown raised $23,000. Thanks to Obeng and his help in fixing her hair, which he reportedly did not charge for. TMZ reports that Brown will now be giving a majority of the money to the Restoration Foundation. This is a nonprofit started by Obeng with the aim of providing reconstructive surgery for people in developing nations. According to TMZ, Brown's manager, and yes, now she has a manager.
Yeah, she has a manager now.
Says she'll be keeping roughly 1,000 of the money raised on her GoFundMe to pay for her travels from Louisiana to Los Angeles and for an emergency room visit she made back home.
I mean, it's good on her. She's paying it forward. Can't complain. Penn says 4 treatments of industry-grade solvent, which is damaging to skin, so they had to do something carefully with that. Fermion says, where can I get 23k for being stupid? I mean, I climb on roofs and into crawl spaces. Where's my money? You're not doing enough, stupid. You're not. You
have to actually injure yourself, Fermion.
Yeah,
You
we
have
Smart for that.
and we don't want you to do that.
You have to injure yourself quite badly.
And Penn says we need to stop rewarding stupidity. Yes, we do.
Yep. But it will never happen as long as people are nice.
And I'll go with this. She may be confused or whatever, but still, Gorilla Glue spray does say it's irritating to skin, and her initial excuse of, well, it doesn't list, don't use as hairspray.
It doesn't, but it will now. Oh, and this is on top. This is on top of Gorilla Glue paying her $30,000.
Oh, and sending her a cease and desist.
Yeah.
Because she was trying to say that Gorilla Glue did not prevent this, even though, again, everyone think of that stupid warning that shows up on shop vacs saying don't insert a certain male member into it.
Well, it's the same thing as the warning on curling irons that says, do not insert into any orifice while hot.
Yeah, that too. But again, while I would love to know the story of who decided to use a shop vac for that reason.
Lonely men on Valentine's Day.
Clearly. But she is now going to be the reason for another stupid do not do.
Yes. How's it going, Turd Ferguson? Says this is actually turning out much better than it started off. Charity procedure, paying things forward, and Home Depot did not bend the knee. Because apparently Home Depot is where she got the Gorilla Glue. Home Depot did not bend the knee, but Gorilla Glue itself did.
After she threatened to sue them.
It wasn't her who threatened to sue them. It was some random lawyer that was saying he was going to sue them for her.
Yeah, but still.
Can you do that? If somebody does not want to do the suing, can you sue on their behalf?
Only if they're not mentally capable, but...
So basically he was just throwing a fit and she had no intention of doing it.
Yeah, and Gorilla Glue basically said, we've heard about this, we saw the video, here's money.
Yeah.
To basically put a stopgap on possibly losing even more money. Now, one of the things that they were doing were comparing it to the woman who got McDonald's coffee spilled on her lap. And how McDonald's paid out, at the time, $150,000 to her. Comparatively to now, that was, to go for inflation, I think they would have paid her about $2 million.
The McDonald's coffee case is actually, there's a documentary called Hot Coffee.
Yeah.
It's quite fascinating, but McDonald's coffee, the problem is the temperatures they keep their coffee at. They keep their coffee so hot. Ever wonder why you could leave the lid open on your McDonald's coffee and 2 hours away, it's still hot?
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
They keep their coffee beyond scalding hot.
They don't do it as much anymore, but before, what they would do is they would have... Normally coffee, like you get a Starbucks coffee, its temperature is, I think, 115 degrees. Like right out of the steamer.
Yeah.
McDonald's was having their coffee set at, I think, 315 degrees. So when she spilled the coffee on her crotch...
Ow.
It wasn't just, oh, it's hot. Oh, get it off of me. It was, oh my God, my crotch is on fire. I now have 2nd and 3rd degree burns. She had 2nd and 3rd degree burns on her crotch and inner thighs that had to have skin grafts. These two things are not comparable. She didn't do it to herself. What ended up happening is the person who gave her the coffee did not put the lid on tight enough, so when she grabbed it, it slipped out of her hands by the time she had pulled it over herself. So
yeah.
the two things are not comparable.
Oh,
we have a new member.
Yes, you do.
Mitzi.
Yay,
Well, okay.
Mitzi!
Welcome back to being a member, Mitzi. Thank you very much. If any of you else want a nice badge next to your name and you want to become a member to support the channel, there is a join button down below the screen there. It's not that much. You can just join up, and if you're part of the Discord, you get the same role that you would as if you were a Patreon member.
Yep. And Ray, you're not wrong. There's a reason back in the day my dad used to buy coffee from McDonald's and not drink it till like an hour later.
Yeah. Okay, so it's good that she was paying it forward.
Yeah.
But she's still... Turd Ferguson brought up, at least Gorilla Glue only paid $30,000 for nuisance litigation. That's what... It's actually something that they do to try and put a stop to actual litigation. So they got... The 30... They did that comparison analysis thing where it was, you know, we can give her $30,000 now...
Or pay more later in court fees.
Possibly pay more.
I think I'm more annoyed the fact that Gorilla Glue had to send her a cease and desist because she was still slandering Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, I mean, she was pissed, but it's still her fault.
It's still her. Like, at that point, it's like, if she had any good friends or family around, do you imagine them just staring at her like, you used fucking spray craft glue?
Yeah.
As hairspray.
She's lucky I wasn't one of her family members, because I would look at her after she told me the story and just keep laughing. Like, she couldn't be around me because as soon as she showed up, I'd just start laughing again. I would be that guy.
I think most of us, as much as we go, oh, we're sympathetic. No. If I had a family member use Gorilla Glue as hairspray, I am still jokingly called pincushion by an uncle because I pierced my own cartilage. My own family would never let this die.
Oh no, I know multiple people in Matt's family that would never let this go away. She could live to be 125, and if Matt's brother was still alive at that point in time, on her deathbed, he would bring it up. But let's go from stupid that gets you money to stupid that interrupts something very important for few people and costs you money. So, I don't know if you ladies know, but the Super Bowl happened a couple weekends ago.
Oh.
It did.
And as what I could tell after it happened, a lot of people were pissed off at Tom Brady for getting the Buccaneers another Super Bowl win. But, well, something happened during the Super Bowl, and it wasn't just the woke commercials and the horrible halftime show.
Yeah.
There was a streaker.
Really?
Sort of. Thank you for taking the time out to not get completely nude, sir. But here we go. Florida man who ran onto Super Bowl field was promoting a porn website. Because why the fuck not? Oh, and you won't be surprised by this. I don't think anyone will. Because, well, you all watch YouTube, so you know YouTubers that would do this. He's a YouTuber. Andrade's pink leotard featured the name of a porn website run by YouTube prankster Vitaly Zdorovsky. who is known for planting people at sports events to promote his business. Yeah.
Good for him.
It's going to cost
I
him.
mean,
It's going to cost him quite a bit.
It's a YouTube prank that doesn't actually hurt other people.
Or cost people their lives.
Yeah, he's not costing anyone their lives, and he's not hurting people. So it's not the worst YouTube prank ever.
I'm just thankful the man didn't actually get butt naked, because that's not something I want to see.
That too. He wore clothing.
So, the attention-seeking Florida man who rushed onto the field during the Super Bowl in a bizarre attempt to promote an X-rated website was charged with misdemeanor trespassing by authorities on Monday. Yuri Andrade, 31, was taken into custody right after his publicity stunt Sunday night at the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The maskless Boca Raton resident interrupted the fourth quarter by jumping the fencing in the stands and running across the field while wearing a pink leotard and black shorts. Now, Matt used to be a really big football fan, and I want to point something out. It's very rare for a team that is participating in the Super Bowl to be at a place that is their home. So for the Buccaneers to win at home, that's pretty fucking impressive. So, alright, real quick, $20 from Turd Ferguson says, I'm donating to the wedding fund, but by accepting, you agree to a prenup, and if you get divorced before 20 years, each of you owe me a refund of $10. Okay, I can't speak for Matt, but Ishtar, do you agree on that?
Sure.
Okay, so you're agreeing to stay with Matt for 20 years on pain and threat of paying back 10.
I think I can handle it.
All right. You have an agreement there, Ted. His 15 seconds of fame ended after security tackled him near the end zone and escorted him out of the stadium. I'm not ignoring you, Penn. I'm reading. Andrade was booked into the Hillsborough County Jail around 2 a.m. and was released on $500 bond just a few hours later, online records show. The suspect, who told deputies he works with international business, bragged about his spectacle on social media. Look at that smug motherfucking face.
You know he's not a small YouTuber anymore.
Not anymore. Penn wants to point out a sad feature of the Super Bowl. Thank you very much, Panina-chan. Let's not ignore the fact that over 70 people were arrested for sex trafficking during the Super Bowl.
Boo. Sad news.
That's good that they were arrested, bad that it was going on.
Sad news.
I'm the expletive king now, he wrote in an Instagram post. Andrade's pink leotard featured the name of a porn website run by YouTube prankster Vitaly, I'm not going to say his last name again, who is known for planting people at sports events to promote his business. We blank did it, he tweeted alongside a picture of Andrade running across the field. He's got to get his fame somehow. This is not something I would do, but apparently he would. Now, since that was a short article, I have another one. And this is another one that you ladies can participate in.
Okay.
And the chat as well. I like to include you guys because you have a chance to guess. Florida man stripped off woman's clothes to do what? Now, this may sound easy. It may sound like I'm giving you a layup. Guarantee it's not.
Snort coke off her?
All right. Ish?
Badminton.
You play Scrabble with her.
Took off her clothes to play Scrabble.
Hey, strip Scrabble.
Can strip Scrabble be a thing?
depending on
First
the point
person
system.
to lose certain number of points has to remove a certain amount of clothing.
Rare.
Penn and Zar both put in the same idea. Put out a fire. I don't think she's a redhead, so we can't call her Fire Crotch.
Mr. Ferguson, I did include some cricket eating for you for your donation. We will keep
Gnostic.
it-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Good.
Gnostic says give golden showers. Gross. Zeal Gold says to free her from demons. Fermion says protect her from the devil. Asta comes in with use clothes as a COVID mask. And Ghost Dog brings it all the way back to the beginning for civil rights. How's it going, Ryder? You have missed quite a bit. So, you missed Wren eating crickets.
There is still crickets left if people want to pay.
You sound so excited about that.
They aren't the best in the world, but of all the weird things to eat, they aren't the worst.
Alright, so, you all are wrong, of course, but I'm going to give you the fun part.
Ooh.
Florida man stripped off woman's clothes and smelled her to check for infidelity.
Okay.
Did you get an article about Biden?
Oh.
That was good. That was very good. All right.
I guess that's one way of checking to see if your partner was faithful.
I mean, with the ears on that, with the Dumbo ears on the sides of his head, he might as well just put his ears up to a crotch to try and see if he could hear it.
Well, if he does that, he might hear, a plastic woman named Fig trying to call for help.
We don't talk about that.
I just talked about it.
We're talking about that on Thursday.
Not this Thursday. Possibly next Thursday we will finish.
This Thursday is a watch party.
Yes.
Nice.
How's it going,
We're watching
Joshua?
Willy's Wonderland.
Listen, you ruined what I was going to announce.
You already announced it.
No, I
It's
didn't
in the
announce
Discord.
it. No, it's not. I was going to do it after this article.
My bad. Shelley, are you going to get up on my lap or not?
Gnostic asks, did she pass the sniff test? Let's find out. A Pensacola man is being held in Escambia County Jail without bond on 2 battery charges and a sexual offense charge. Walter Medina, 34, was arrested late Thursday. According to an arrest report, a woman said that around 1 p.m. Thursday, Medina confronted her at home and started accusing her of cheating on him. The report states they started arguing, and Medina said he wanted to check to see if she had been cheating. According to the report, the woman said Medina threw her on the bed, removed her pants and underwear against her will, and then smelled her private area. After this, he determined she had been cheating on him. So, that you got your answer there, Gnostic. She did not pass the sniff test. A short time later, Medina left the home and went to work. He returned home later at night and struck the woman, according to the report. The report states the woman then called police to the home and officers arrested Medina after he jumped a fence and tried to flee.
Okay, then.
I mean, there are better ways to check to see if your woman is cheating on you.
Indeed.
But that was, I guess, the best for him. So before we go on to the next article, I don't know if you all know this, and Ishtar's already spoiled it. Willy's Wonderland came out. Now, if you don't know what that is, let me tell you, you are missing out. It is a knockoff Five Nights at Freddy's movie, starring the one and only great, not the bees, Nicolas Cage.
Ooh, Nicolas Cage film.
Now, Matt and Ishtar already watched this, and they have assured me that this movie is great fun.
It is.
So, for all of you that have joined my Discord, and if you haven't, this is a reason too, there's a link to it down below. There's going to be a watch party in the Discord where we all will be watching Willy's Wonderland. Now, it's on early release on Amazon Prime. Penn says fuck you and knockoffs. No, Penn, think of it this way. Scott Cawthon is still coming out with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. This is a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game that got turned into a movie.
It's really good.
It's really good.
I'm very excited for the FNAF movie, provided it actually gets finished. But I thoroughly enjoyed Willy's Wonderland.
So, this Thursday at around 8 o'clock, if you're part of the Discord, there will be a watch party that everyone can join. It's not for patrons only or anything like that. Anyone who is in the Discord can join and enjoy the movie with us. So I hope to see you all there. No, you don't have to be drunk or high to enjoy the movie. So as a reminder, Matt will be tagging the @everyone tag tomorrow and Thursday to remind everyone when the watch party is going to start. I know he's looking forward to it. I know Ishtar is looking forward to seeing it again, and I hope you all join us.
Yes, please do.
8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Because he's still going to be at work or on the way home from work at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. How's it going, Ryan? Alright. So, it is time for some science.
Science, huh?
Yes.
Well, since we just had our commercial break, this one's for you, Ray. Because we've got confirmation that you were sighted in California.
Hold on.
What did you do, Ray?
Does your wife know you're flashing campers again?
You ruined the sounder.
I didn't know you were doing it right then.
That's why I said hold on. I will do it again.
What did you do, Ray?
There.
Feel better?
Yes.
Rick Bates had been driving along Highway 101 near Garberville when he noticed something very unusual. The encounter, which took place on January 23rd, occurred between Benbow Inn and Richardson Grove and was later submitted to the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, BFRO.
There's a Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization.
Apparently.
There's-
The road makes a few turns and the speed limit drops in the area, Bates wrote. As I rounded a sweeping right-hand turn, I saw a figure on the southbound shoulder of the highway. It was the only vehicle in the area about 8:15, and my speed was about 45 to 50 miles per hour as I passed the figure. The figure was lying on the shoulder of the road on its right side. I estimated the height to be about 7 feet. I was looking at the creature's back and noticed it had broad shoulders and was a thick torso shape. And while the shape was similar to a human, it was not human. I could see the muscular features in its glutes and a head on the shoulders that was somewhat tapered toward the top and being held off the ground. Its hair was a chocolate brown and very coarse. The hair was not like the fur of a bear at all. I turned around a distance past the spot and returned to where I had seen it. No other vehicles had gone north or south from the time I saw the creature to the time I returned to its location about 2 minutes later. When I got to the spot where I had seen it, the creature was gone. A follow-up call with the witness revealed that he was a veteran law enforcement officer who had driven the route numerous times. He remained adamant that the creature was shaped like a man but covered in thick hair. As things stand, no conclusive explanation for the sighting has been found. We have an explanation. His name is Ray, and he has a lot to explain.
What did you do, Ray?
He does.
Ray, what are you doing?
I don't know if he's still in the chat.
He may not be because he's not responding. He's usually quick to respond.
He may be hiding. He doesn't want to admit it.
Well, it's at least with like Mitzi, she admitted to having a Swiss Army butthole. This is Ray not wanting to be found out that he's flashing hikers in California.
Yeah. Ray
He's got to get his kicks somehow.
He doesn't want to own up to it. I mean, some of us can own up to things, just like how I can share. And I've decided I'm going to share this mango IPA with you and Ishi.
Ooh. I get to have some too.
Because the mango IPA is really good.
Wild Breath is correct. He could also be making a meme. This is true. Well, let's go on to some Cringe. See if he shows up to explain himself.
All right, couple drove to Dartmoor to take part in the coldest ever sex.
What?
Couple drove to Dartmoor to take part in the coldest ever sex.
Why?
What is wrong with them? I mean, if she thinks he's too big, she can ask him to get a penile reduction or find a midget.
You know this how?
What? No what?
Get a penile reduction or get a midget?
Well, why else would she take him to have sex? That's cold. He's not gonna stay big enough. He's gonna be like little pinky size cold.
Look, I understand now. See, I thought all the small clothes coming in and out of the house were because you were pregnant. I didn't know it was because you were bringing in midgets.
A, I'm not pregnant, and B, I'm not bringing in midgets.
That doesn't explain why there's. It doesn't explain why there's small clothes.
Okay, you know what? I was trying to be delicate about this and just push past it, but if you bothered to look at the small clothes, you would know they're made of things like lace and satin.
Yeah, those
Think about it.
Those aren't small clothes.
Well, I mean, there's no, there's no fabric to them.
That's the point.
How's it going, Clever?
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to not mention it. The COVID lockdown and sub-zero temperatures did not stop one couple from getting their kicks just before Valentine's Day. The couple was caught having sex in a car on Dartmoor at 2 a.m. on the coldest night in 26 years.
Because they're stupid. How's it going, Patrick, please?
Despite it being -3 Celsius...
Wait. Conversion lady. What is -3 Celsius?
Just a second.
Look, Gnostic, I don't want to know what you do with floss. If you want to put it between your cheeks, that's fine.
-3?
Yeah.
-3 Celsius.
That's 26 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's not cold. I've been in places that are colder than that in America.
Negative.
Yeah. -3 degrees Celsius is 26 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's only 26. It was 26 degrees Fahrenheit, what, 2 days ago?
Yeah, that's 23 degrees is nothing to Minnesotans, but they had to get to, what was the temperature before they canceled school?
We hit -30.
Sorry, -30 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday.
See, that's not the
Which would be -34 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
These people are bitches.
Yes. Though, outside, the couple, though it was thought to be two women, had driven from their separate homes in Plymouth to get together under the stars in the early hours of Thursday morning.
They're just lonely.
Unsurprisingly, officers who discovered them at it were not impressed and sent them home.
Look,
I
we
don't-
know you're two lesbians going at it. It's cold out. Put your fucking clothes on and go home.
I hate
Or
to
your
say
tongue sticks to something.
I hate to say it. That's maybe it's how you know they're not exactly hot. Because if it's two really hot lesbians, do you think the cops would have stopped them right away?
Oh, the body cam footage would be worth money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tavistock police tweeted at 2:17 a.m. that such behavior was in breach of a number of COVID rules. They apparently weren't wearing their masks. They said fornicating under the stars on the moors may seem like years latest rom-com, but it's not an essential journey and certainly breaks social distancing guidelines.
They don't care. They had parts of each other inside each other. They don't care.
Please continue to abide by COVID-19 legislation to help prevent the spread of COVID. Locals said the car parked near
You're on your own on that one.
Yelverton is a known dogging spot, and police have taken to regularly patrolling the area, looking for people out breaking the rules.
Quick question. Do either of you know what dogging is?
No. Do I want to?
Wren,
Is it like fucking?
Well, yes, it's fucking. A dogging spot is where random strangers, plural, not singular, go to gangbang.
Oh.
Okay, then.
It's usually one woman with like a line of men.
Okay, so it's where the town bicycle likes to reside.
Yes.
Okay.
Do they just walk up?
Yes.
Do they sign a sheet? Do they
No,
just get in
I
line?
don't know the logistics of it. I've only
Does
ever
she
put one
provide the
together.
condoms, or do they?
Most of the time there is none.
Oh, that sounds
That's
unsafe.
not smart.
Eh. If you've gotten to the point where you need to get a train run on you by perfect strangers out in the open, you're far past worrying about STIs.
Fair enough. One told Mail Online that the police regularly patrol car parks and others remote spot around Dartmoor because they know that more often than not, doggers will be out breaking the rules. And this is what happens last night. Apparently, the officers wandered over to the car with the windows steamed up and caught the women at it. They were told in no uncertain terms to go home, which they did straight away. Now, it is thought that the women could face a fine for breaching the lockdown.
Czar points out, time to play Whose Baby Is It Anyway?
Yeah, that's called a Maury Povich episode, and highly recommend if you want to feel better about your life. A spokesperson for Devon and Cornwall police said during a routine patrol, the officers from Tavistock neighborhood team discovered two people in breach of social distancing regulations in a car at a remote location near Yelverton, West Dartmoor, late Wednesday, February 10th of February. The officers spoke to the individuals who were subsequently instructed to return to their respective home addresses. Both were reported for breaching COVID-19 restrictions. Several people replied to the police's tweet, including some congratulating the couple for braving the cold. One wrote, "In this weather, you make me proud to be British." But others, it was a degree too far. One person says, "A bit cold for that."
It's never too cold for that.
I will note what they didn't mention. They aren't complaining that two people decided to hook up. Their complaint is it was cold out.
And they broke COVID rules.
Well,
Oh
but
dear God.
no one brought up the COVID rules. The comments all said, "I think it was just a bit too cold outside for a hookup outside."
Gnostic points out something good. Do you think people who fuck in public care about rules?
Good point.
Turd Ferguson says 2021 STIs. Meh. COVID is a no-go. Follow the science.
Trademark.
Trademarked, yes, because we all know Fauci is 100% following the science all the time.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
All right. It was Valentine's Day this weekend, so I have a very nice Valentine's Day story for you ladies.
Okay.
So I hope you enjoy how hard I searched for something sweet to read to you both. I wanted to find something good on this, on out of a quagmire of horrible things.
Uh-huh.
Death, destruction, murder, rape, theft.
So Florida.
Yeah, flashing people on the highway. I wanted to give
Sounds
you guys,
about right.
I wanted to give you guys something nice.
Aww.
So this is for you two, Ishtar. This is more close to home for you because you are quote unquote newly engaged still. Wren, you have been married long enough to have small versions of you running around that are almost full-grown humans. So this is for you're pretty too, Wren.
Thank you.
Florida man proposes using rings stolen from other lovers. And no reaction whatsoever.
It's the thought that counts. Kinda.
I think I broke Ishtar. She's just staring off into space.
Yeah.
Orange City, Florida. A Florida man stole an engagement ring and wedding bands from a girlfriend and used them to propose to another girlfriend.
Wait, so he had two girlfriends or is one an ex?
Oh no, it doesn't say ex, it says girlfriend to propose to another girlfriend.
Wow.
So he had two girlfriends.
And he...
Proposed to one with another one's ring.
Yes. He's a special...
Wow.
He is a special kind of stupid.
He's a dead man is what he is.
Volusia County Sheriff's deputies said Thursday they have issued an arrest warrant for Joseph Davis, who is 48, which is 23 years 23 years more 23 more years than him knowing better.
Yeah.
Who has not been found as of Friday. That's because he's dead.
Oh, Malik has a good comment on this. And this week on Jerry Springer.
Yeah, he hasn't been found because he's dead. Just put that out there. Their investigation started earlier this year when a woman from Orange City, Florida, told detectives she had discovered her boyfriend was actually engaged to someone else. When she looked up... When I told you he's dead... When she looked up the fiancé's Facebook page, she noticed a photo of her wearing a wedding band, an engagement ring that was identical to her own from a prior marriage. Wait. Hold on.
So the woman's divorced, kept her engagement ring and the wedding band.
Yeah, there's a bit to unpack here.
There's a lot to unpack here.
So he's dating a woman who's divorced. So she's a divorcee.
Yeah.
Okay. She kept her wedding ring and her wedding band, her engagement ring and wedding band.
Okay,
This man,
I still have mine.
Yeah, this man is cheating on this woman, has fallen for the other woman, and decides to raid her jewelry box to steal the wedding band and engagement ring.
From a prior marriage.
That is bad juju.
When the Orange... Like I said, he's dead.
Yep.
When the Orange City woman checked her jewelry box, she found her rings were missing. as were several other pieces of jewelry, including a diamond ring that belonged to her grandmother. The total value of stolen property was about $6,200. Orange City is located halfway between Orlando and Daytona Beach. The Orange City woman reached out to the fiancé, who returned some of the items, and they both called it off with Davis.
Fair enough.
Didn't even call him. Didn't try and catch him. Just called the woman and been like, yeah, that's my ring, bitch. Give it back.
Yeah.
And called it off with Davis, who also went by the names Joe Brown and Marcus Brown, the sheriff office said. The fiancé, who lives in Orlando, told detectives she had been duped too. Davis once took the fiancé to a house that actually belonged to the Orange City woman. That's dirty. This man is dirty. While she was at work, and claimed it was his. He then asked the fiancé to move in with him, but he then disappeared. By that
He's
time,
dead. We've been over this.
yes,
His body is going to be found somewhere in Florida.
This man has some fucking balls on him. By that time, the fiancé discovered her laptop, computer, and jewelry were missing, the sheriff office said. So not only did he steal the jewelry, he stole the laptop. I'm believing drugs and alcohol were involved. Even though they did not have his real name, the jilted women remembered he had a relative in North Carolina, and detectives were able to track down the relative who identified Davis, according to the sheriff's office. Davis has an active arrest warrant for a hit-and-run crash with injuries in Oregon, and previously has been arrested for possession of fictitious ID, filing a false police report, domestic assault, and possession of cocaine with the intent to sell. This is a real winner here, folks. According to the sheriff's office, the jail where Davis previously was booked noted he had a tattoo on his left arm that said, "Only God can judge me." Oh no. Everyone can judge you. God wants nothing to do with you.
God, for the most part, is looking down at us going, what are these strange little people doing now?
The God
Hey,
looks at-
Twitter updated.
he's looking at Florida like, okay, that's Florida. What went wrong with Florida?
Ted Ferguson says, I'm sure Orange City PD is diligently checking the local gator ponds. Not wrong.
It's like, oh, two women. Did anyone check the gator ponds? Did he go fishing?
What'd he do this time?
Oh, he went fishing, alright, except he was the bait.
Uh-oh.
Alright. So, it is time for science.
Let's see.
Nathan says every day we stray further from God's light.
Well, this topic will work nicely with this article. According to the makers of the Doomsday Clock, we could all be meeting God or whatever afterlife you choose any second now. The latest update to the symbolic clock shows that there hasn't been much improvement over the last 12 months. Maintained by the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists since 1947, the Doomsday Clock is a visual representation of how close the world is to disaster based on political, environmental, and technological threats such as nuclear annihilation and climate change.
And I want to point something out. The Doomsday Clock, quote unquote, has never gained time. It has only lost time. It will always continue to lose time.
No, there was a time when they did move it back by like a minute.
When?
Several years ago? I'll find it for you after I finish this article. When it was last updated 12 months ago, the hands were changed to a mere 100 seconds to midnight, the closest it has been to disaster since the 1950s. This year, officials have chosen to keep the clock's position the same on the basis that the world's vulnerability to catastrophe hasn't really changed that much in the interim. The pandemic revealed just how unprepared and unwilling countries and the international system are to handle global emergencies properly, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists said in a statement. There was, however, positivity surrounding Joe Biden's move to rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement, of course. The election of a U.S. president who acknowledges climate change as a profound threat and supports international cooperation and science-based policy puts the world on a better footing to address global problems. In the context of a post-pandemic return to relative stability, more such demonstrations of renewed interest in and respect for science and multilateral cooperation could create the basis for a safer and saner world.
Before I rip these idiots apart, good night, Mitzi.
Night, Mitzi.
A post-pandemic return to relative stability. Raise your hands if you believe that's ever going to happen. Or put an F in the chat to represent the freedoms that we have lost in the guise of the greater good. Oh look, I'll put the first F. Because this is bullshit. The Doomsday Clock doesn't mean anything. It's like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. It's an opinion on what these idiots think is going to be the cause of the end of the world. It doesn't actually mean anything. And
Eight times. The Doomsday Clock has gained minutes 8 times.
Yeah, and the Doomsday Clock is just as precise, quote unquote, as the idiots who are doomsday soothsayers. There was that really popular one that was around, 3-4 years ago? He said that the world was going to end at no, it was in 2012. Mm-hmm. The world was going to end on a certain time, and that day came and went, and he went, oh no, I got my dates wrong. It was actually this date, which is a date that he's going to be dead in.
Probably.
Yeah.
He lost millions of dollars, millions of followers, and it doesn't matter because he got his time in the spotlight.
But the world could still end at some point random in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it can. I'm not saying the end of the world can't happen. Look at what happened to the dinosaurs. We only have Mitzi left.
Yeah.
And she's not even a full-blooded dinosaur. She's half dinosaur, half bird. She's like stuck in between evolution. It's really weird. I don't know how she came about, but it's something that happened.
Well, no,
She's an evolutionary process.
She's an evolutionary process. And I like to believe that the dinosaurs went away, so we have corgi puppies.
Yeah, I'll go with that. So do you want to know when the clock got minutes, or do you not care?
Sure, when did the clock gain minutes? Let me guess, when Democratic presidents were elected into office.
In 1960, it gained 5 minutes in response to the increased scientific cooperation and public understanding of the dangers of nuclear weapons and the cooperation of the United States and Soviet Union to avoid direct confrontation.
Okay, so I have a question.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure you don't have the answer to it, but it's a question that needs to be asked. Why was it judged that it's 5 minutes? Who gave the opinion that understanding that nuclear weapons equal bad required 5 minutes gained on the Doomsday Clock?
I'm guessing it's because scientists from various countries helped establish the International Geophysical Year, which is a series of coordinated worldwide scientific observations between nations allied with both the U.S. and the Soviet Union. And the Pugwash conferences on science and world affairs allowed Soviet and American scientists to interact.
Yeah, but why 5 minutes?
I don't know. The next time was in 1963, where they gained another 5 minutes when the U.S. and the Soviet Union signed the Partial Test Ban Treaty limiting atmospheric nuclear testing.
So nuclear weapons bad.
It does seem to be that way. In 1969, we gained 3 minutes when every nation in the world except for India, Israel, and Pakistan signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty.
Nukes bad again.
Well, remember the time frame. This is in the 60s. That was the big scary thing.
True.
It's still the big scary thing.
I'm far more afraid of a biological weapon than I am of a nuclear one. In 1972, they gained 2 minutes when the U.S. and the Soviet Union signed the Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty and the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty. In
War
1988,
bad.
yep, they gained 3 minutes as the U.S. and the Soviet Union signed the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty to eliminate intermediate range nuclear missiles.
Nuclear missiles
I'm
bad.
seeing a theme about the U.S. and the Soviet Union.
Yes, because it all focuses on the US.
Let's see. 1990, we got 4 minutes back after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the Iron Curtain, along with the reunification of Germany.
That's because of the US.
Meaning the end of the Cold War. We got 7 minutes because guess who and who else signed the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, and the Soviet Union dissolved on December 26th. 23:43 or 11:43 was the farthest the clock from midnight has been since its inception. In 2010, we got a whole minute back thanks to worldwide cooperation to reduce nuclear arsenals and limit the effect of climate change.
There's that thread again, that singular thread that seems to be weaving through everything. So by that claim, and by those examples, apparently the doomsday clock is not the clock to the end of the world. The doomsday clock is how close we are to nuclear war. Now, yes, the next World War, quote unquote, since apparently Trump already started World War III and that ended after a week.
Don't know how he did that considering he signed peace treaties in the Middle East.
So a nuclear war, regardless of what people think, will not destroy the whole of humanity.
No.
It will put a good goddamn stop to you humans, but it will not destroy all of you. It's going to make your lives insanely difficult.
Yours too, because if we're not around, you're going to have problem keeping up an internet connection, Buster.
I
You're
already
going to
have...
be sitting there talking to a blank monitor.
Look, I already have stuff set up to where I can connect to satellites. I'll be fine.
Yeah, and when those satellites start breaking?
I move to another one. By that time, you humans will have internet again. It's fine.
And don't worry. I'm pretty sure we have our spots in the bunker.
So
That's true.
the doomsday clock doesn't mean anything. It's just it's for show. And that's all it is.
It's a scary thing, and it's supposed to make scientists sound very important. They are very important, but this is like a prop.
So Wild Breath says that is actually what the doomsday clock is supposed to signify. It always has been that one threat that it was about. So the doomsday clock. So why is it getting closer to midnight? No one uses nuclear weapons.
There's a threat of nuclear weapons. That's the thing. It's the threat.
How's it going, Herb?
Hi, Herb.
All
Hi,
right.
Patrick.
Hi.
Let's move on to some cringe so we can stop talking about nuclear war. You humans are just so damaging to yourselves. You all know how to destroy each other better than any other species on this planet.
All right, this is an older article, but when I read this title, you're going to understand exactly why I picked it. Woman quits job to earn 6 figures a month acting like a dog on OnlyFans.
What?
Woman quits job to earn 6 figures a month acting like a dog on OnlyFans.
Ishtar, you're in the wrong business.
I am in the wrong business.
I'm sure you can earn 6 figures a month acting like a cat.
Without question. I'll
Since
even
you
wear
are
a
one.
collar with a little bell and ears.
You heard it here. Ishtar's going to be starting an OnlyFans. You like cats.
Only if I end up making 6 figures.
If you like cats and are definitely into pussy, you know which one to sign up for.
Meow, meow.
A 21-year-old woman who quit her job to live like a dog full time now pulls in over 6 figures a month. Jenna Phillips from Austin, Texas, US, says she's always felt like a dog growing up, but not in a sexual way at first. She used to pretend to be a puppy, rolling around and fetching balls and loved getting praises like good girl. During her 2 years as an
Optician.
optician, Jenny started an OnlyFans account where she posted vanilla content for the first 18 months. It was only when she met two men in Chicago who told her more about their pet play scene, pet play scene, that she decided to learn more. Jenna explained, "I feel like a dog. I just want to roll around, play fetch, get head scratches, run around and play, all of that. I've always acted like a puppy, but not in a sexual way at first. I used to pretend I was a puppy when I was growing up. I really love to praise. I really love hearing good girl. It makes my heart melt every time." Looking back on it now, it's always kind of been there. It's kind of always been there. I just didn't know where it was a scene. I just thought it was a personality. When it comes to pet play, the majority of girls who do kittens, foxes, or rabbits, and a majority of puppies are men.
It's because they like getting pegged.
Apparently. I thought about it for a long time when I first got into pet play. I feel like a dog, so that's what I've decided to be. After 18 months of posting vanilla content to her OnlyFans account, she started uploading kinkier pet play videos under the name That Puppy Girl. This is when her account really took off. She now charges £16 or $20. They already have the
Yeah, we don't need the conversion, lady.
They already converted for us. Per month to subscribe to her uncensored OnlyFans content, where she chases after balls, walks around on a lead, and takes baths, often while naked. She added, "There has been a big surge in my followers since I moved to doing puppy play content."
I'm hoping the rest of these pictures are safe for work.
Yes, I checked. They're safe.
Okay.
OnlyFans is just a hobby before, but I had just been doing vanilla stuff. Then I realized there wasn't really a market for wasn't really a market for female puppies. The majority of the puppy community is for gay men. Whenever I went shopping for the gear, it was only really for men. I thought, screw it. Why don't I create a market? I know there's a demand for it, so why don't I supply it? Now it's my full-time job. My revenue has increased 100 times since I moved to puppy play content. I'm making 6 figures monthly.
Good Lord.
The majority of her revenue comes from people requesting custom videos, with one follower having paid almost £1,000, $1,200, for a one-off piece of footage.
She got paid $1,200 for a one-off
Video. Jenna explains, "I do custom videos, and for the most I have charged for one video is $1,200. If someone tells me what they want, I give them a quote. The more kinky you want, the more it will cost. This is what I do. This is what I love to do the most. I feel so grateful to make a living being paid to do something that I would be doing even if there was no money involved. My fans make my world. I'm so grateful to them."
Yeah, they're paying you 6 figures a fucking month.
Wow.
There's more.
Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of a refresh. Okay, the guys from Chicago, blah, blah, told her about the pet play scene.
Oh, alright, so nothing too important.
Yeah.
6 figures a fucking month because of OnlyFans. See,
She does say one good point, and I will give her this, even if I don't understand pet play. There are no animals involved in her filming, and never will be.
Oh, good. All right, let's get to some of these jokes. Because there are a few. Turd Ferguson says, this article should push the doomsday clock forward. Nukes may be the kindest solution for humanity's ills. Damn Alien says, fetching bowls on OnlyFans usually means something else. Moon-based Radio, how's it going? Says, window licker. She's possibly licking something else. Ghost Dog says, I see peanut butter on a guy's dick. That's extra, I bet. And then Nathan comes in with, yeah, I bet she chases balls, wiggles eyebrows. So, okay. OnlyFans started as kind of a different type of Patreon. Right? It was another way that you could have fans and pay for a subscription service, and you could do, YouTubers could have OnlyFans. It wasn't until people started to notice that OnlyFans allowed adult content. There are still people who have OnlyFans that don't do adult content. The stigma
But
of
now it's OnlyFans started, like you said, as a Patreon alternative.
Yeah.
So you could post videos there, and as a YouTuber, you could, in the early days, you could have an OnlyFans, not be seen as a thought, and just have like, okay, well, there's extra videos over here that could normally get banned off YouTube. They're over there. But it is slowly turned into Thoughts Are Us. And the problem is, yes, like you said, there are YouTubers who still have their OnlyFans accounts where it's not sex stuff. But now if you say you have an OnlyFans, everyone goes, oh, so you're a porn star.
Yes. I mean, everyone already knows Onision has an OnlyFans. And the world is glad that no one is paying for it.
Small mercies.
But
I mean, it's one thing too. It's like, yes, were there some YouTubers who maybe I sold boob jiggle videos at one point on Twitter? They happen.
We've seen them.
Yeah. But OnlyFans, I think, is a line that it's like you really have to be comfortable knowing that anyone can Google you and find this.
Yeah.
yeah.
You really have to be very certain that this is what you are willing to put out there, and that once it's out there, it will never go away.
And it's one thing if you're doing straight up porn. It's another thing if you're doing pet play.
Well,
if you're
that's why
just running around and, if you're just running around and pretending you're a dog, fine. If you're going to run around, pretend you're a dog, and the bone you're licking is, needs to be blurred out, you may want to reconsider whether or not you want this to be found later, because your employers will find you. They are catching up with technology.
And the girl's only 21, so you can only capitalize on looks for so long.
Well,
before you have to work again.
I understand
if she's smart. Sorry.
I was going to say, I understand why she's getting as much as she is. She found her niche. Now, puppy play, look at the furries. And nothing against furries. I have no problem with furries. But the whole puppy play thing is usually a furry thing. They are willing to spend money.
They really are.
She found a kink that she likes. She found a kink and she found a way to monetize that kink. I say more power to her, but you're right. She needs to think about the consequences in the future. I hope to God she's saving money and not spending it all.
That's what I was about to say, is that if she's smart, she is banking as nearly every penny because she's going to need it.
Because she can't go back to being an optometrist.
Well, she can.
She can, but some people could.
She may run the risk of her coworkers finding out that she had an OnlyFans.
Now, Gnostic makes a good point. Some things are hard to find in the ocean of porn.
True.
And she isn't
But-
posting under her normal name. She's posting under the puppy girl play or whatever. Puppy play girl.
But she's fully naked and shows her face, which leads to a problem of it just takes one vindictive coworker in the future to Google her.
No, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying unless it's connected to their name, the actual name, something like that may be harder to find. It won't just come up normally. But if they do like a Google image search of her face, then yeah, that'll come up. But I have another game for you two, and for those of you in chat. You know, I enjoy including them. So, let's get away from the puppy play and talk about Florida Man. It's
All right.
almost as bad.
Are
Okay.
you sure?
Florida Man arrested for punching girlfriend who did what?
Ate the last piece of chicken.
Wren,
Stole his hoodie.
Wren, when you see the person's face, you will understand you are a racist.
Well, we've had Florida man punch his girlfriend over eating the big piece of chicken before. We've had Florida man punch his girlfriend over eating pizza before. Apparently, Florida man and eating food is a big deal.
Okay, so you eating the last piece of chicken. Ishtar, what did you say again?
Stole his hoodie.
Stole his hoodie. Alright. Nathan says meth. Malevolent Rider says food, so he's right there with you. Red. I think Nathan just picks meth just in case. He's playing the odds. He's
It's Florida.
He's betting on red.
Florida meth is generally a safe bet.
Damn Alien says 8 crackers in bed. That's a little bit more specific with food. Gnostic says getting woke. Steve agrees that we are all a little bit racist. Hasta says turning off the TV. And Fermion says smoked his weed. Malik comes in with buying dildos. Okay. Alright. I can honestly say one of you is close.
Which one?
You're about to find out. Florida man arrested for punching girlfriend who changed the channel during the Super Bowl in the face.
Ah,
Oh,
that does make sense. Yes.
So, where was it? Hasta. Hasta won last time. This time he actually got close. Hasta's getting good at this game. You two should learn something from Hasta.
hey, meth or food is usually a good bet for Florida.
Yeah.
Ghost Oxus took the last watermelon. You racist bastard. So yeah, he punched his girlfriend in the face because she changed the channel during the Super Bowl. A Florida man has been charged with felony battery after local authorities alleged that he punched his girlfriend in the face for changing the channel during the Super Bowl. According to the arrest report, 55-year-old Thomas White and his girlfriend began arguing after she changed the channel away from the championship battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. A Alachua County Sheriff's investigator stated that White began to punch the victim in the face, resulting in cuts on her face and chin, a bloodied nose, and a swollen wrist and hand. Deputies also discovered a substantial amount of blood droplets on the ground and on the wall. He just beat the living fuck out of her for changing the channel.
Bastard.
I almost said white deputies, but there's a word in between there. White told deputies that the victim was running her mouth, slapped him and swung at him during their argument. He claimed her actions prompted him to defend himself. But deputies said White's lack of visible injuries indicated his account of events is not consistent with physical evidence.
Damn Alien is asking what she changed the channel to.
It does not say. I'm assuming it was like Dancing with the Stars or something.
Also does not matter.
White also has a previous conviction for felony battery involving a pregnant victim.
Oh, great.
You know,
He's just an all-round superstar.
well, you know what? If he would have been shot by cops, there would be people praising him. There was someone else that they praised for pointing a gun at a pregnant woman's stomach, And he's had murals painted on the fucking wall.
Easy.
Calm down.
I am calm.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you really?
Now.
See? You just said no.
I said now. N-O-W. For the last Florida Man story, I have another game for you.
Okay.
Are you going to let the rest of us have a turn?
Yes. It's just a short one.
Uh-huh.
Florida man with blank on his forehead calls 911 for a ride home.
Meth.
Wren betting
Beer.
on the beer.
Booze.
All right, so we have meth and booze. What the rest of you have to say? And yes, damn alien, his eyes were indeed a different color. Nathan also says meth. Ghost Dog says he votes veto on the last person. Hasta says a hair comb. Gnostic goes the gross route and says cum. Malik adds on top of that with pussy. James, Wild Breath has an L. Hasta says a tomahawk. I don't hate Florida. I just dislike their internal organs immensely.
Mm.
Nathan Marcano then also adds a phallus, and Panina Chan adds a knife, and Fermion goes racist again with a KFC bucket.
It's Florida. It's not racist. It's Florida.
I can say once again, Patrick Plays adds a gunshot. Once again, someone is close. Very close.
Okay.
Because of the shape. Florida man with state tattooed on forehead calls 911 for a ride home. Florida is the shape of an L, so Wild Breath is close.
It's also Florida is also the shape of a dick too.
Yeah, so, alright, we can give that to
Yeah.
Nathan as well. Nathan did say a phallus. So, there's a picture of it. He's a proud to be Florida man. Excuse me. A man with a Florida tattoo on his forehead had been arrested for calling 911 twice to get a ride home. Matthew Leatham, 22, dialed 911 to request a ride home at 4 a.m. in the Newport Richey suburb of Tampa on Sunday. A Pasco County deputy found Leatham and offered to call him a cab, but he said he didn't have money, the complaint states. And yes, right between his eyes, right there for everyone to see, he has the state of Florida tattooed on him. Leatham then began walking in the direction he lives and again called 911 for a ride. So after the state troopers said, "Can we call you a cab?" he said no, turned around and walked away and called for the cops again. The officer caught up to him and arrested him as he was on the line, according to the complaint. Authorities say the officer searched Leatham and found, drum roll,
Cocaine.
Meth.
marijuana.
Oh.
That's close.
Close. The officer caught up to him and arrested him as he was on the line. Okay, why did they write that twice? I don't know why. He has been charged with the misuse of the 911 system as well as possession of marijuana. Leatham was released on a $300 bond.
That's tame for Florida.
Moon-based radio says, speaking of window lickers. Alright. Let's get some science in here. What do you have for us?
Let's see. Mm. Realistic dead snowman puzzles the police team.
Of course you go with dead bodies.
Buddy!
Well, I really don't have any articles that tie in with yours.
Oh, wait. Is that the body of the guy who had two women?
Possibly.
It's not.
However, it
found
was in the
Florida.
Netherlands, so maybe not.
Well, they could have shipped his body overseas. That's why they can't
mean-
find him.
True.
Not wrong.
Police in the Netherlands were out on patrol recently when they spotted a person lying lifeless in the snow. Most people will have gone out into the snow to build a snowman at some point in their lives, but for one creative snowman builder in the Netherlands recently, the atypical design of stacked balls of snow with hat, carrot, 2 sticks, and a scarf just wasn't good enough. So, creepily realistic was their design that even the local police had to stop to investigate. Last evening, a car from our team was surveilling through Ooster Park until they suddenly saw a person lying lifeless on the ground in the distance, Amsterdam police wrote on Facebook. A victim of a crime? Had anyone become unwell? After our colleagues approached the body, they saw that barrier tape or ambulance could happily be omitted. It was a good example of creative with snow, including an orange carrot. In any case, our colleagues could laugh about it. And there's a picture.
I thought they were going to put the carrot somewhere else.
Maybe they wanted
Pervert.
to hide. Maybe they wanted to hide the actual bodies, so they made snowmen bodies.
Possibly.
It is a possibility.
Since that was so short, I have another very short one. Mummies with gold tongues unearthed in Egypt. Archaeologists have unveiled the remarkable discovery of 2,000-year-old Egyptian mummies with gold tongues. The mummies were found in a series of rock-cut tombs in Alexandria's Taposiris Magna Temple in northern Egypt by a team of archaeologists from Egypt and the Dominican Republic. While the bodies themselves were poorly preserved, one thing stood out straight away. Each of them had a golden tongue, an amulet coated in gold foil placed inside their mouths. It is believed that the real tongues had been removed during the embalming process and replaced with the gold replicas as a way to help the deceased speak to Osiris, the Egyptian god of the underworld. Further depictions of Osiris were also found in various forms around the tomb. In addition to the gold tongues, the team discovered other artifacts, including the funeral mask of a woman, the remnants of a golden wreath, and 8 marble masks. Coins bearing the image of Queen Cleopatra VII had previously been found there as well.
Yeah, I don't think it has to do with being able to speak with Osiris, because Osiris doesn't give a shit.
You don't know. They could have figured out that maybe they can't talk to Osiris, so they needed to make sure that people had tongues.
More than likely, they just wanted to talk to each other.
Yeah.
The underworld can be very boring.
You know this how?
We're not going to discuss that. Move along.
Move along.
What?
Move along.
You've been hanging out with Sarah too much.
I have not.
Alright, Wren, what cringe do you have for us to close out?
Dad nearly chokes on his chicken after his box is filled with interesting meat.
That's a dangerous headline. Is this safe for me to show?
So many things can go
This
wrong
is
there.
safe. This is just a very interesting shaped chicken tender.
If I get yeeted off of this because of you, Wren.
You will not get yeeted. Many who see this picture of some fried chicken may declare, "I'm loving it," while others are more inclined to suggest it's finger-licking good.
That's not a finger.
Either way, the crispy shaft of meat has caused something of a stir in the Green household. Dad Rich, 47, wanted a fleshy lockdown treat. Oh, they went ham on these
Puns?
puns in this. So went to his local McDonald's where he picked up a 5 pound and 80 or whatever weird British money, 89 something British money chicken select meal at the drive-thru. British money.
Pounds.
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 £5.89.
£5.89, whatever. British money is weird, and I know dollars, it's easier.
Steve, real quick, Steve says, fried peacock.
That £5.89 is $8.18.
$8.18.
Yeah.
It wasn't until he got home to nosh on his meat that he realized his box
Oh.
had been stuffed with an interesting shaped piece of chicken.
That's a dick. I'm sorry.
In
Yes.
fact, Rich's interest was so aroused that he decided to take
Oh
a
my
picture
God.
and share with his friends. I'm telling you, this person decided to have fun with puns.
Jesus Christ.
You think?
He then peeled back some of the crust to check if what he was eating was bona fide. Satisfied with what he saw, he got his lips around it for a good old chomp and swallowed the whole load without choking on his chicken.
Oh my God. Enough. The Metro. Enough.
Explaining his discovery, Rich said, "I was with my daughter. We fancied a McDonald's, so we went through the drive-through. When I got home and opened the box, I was confronted with what looks like Mr. McDonald. I didn't really know what to say because it really does look like something particular something. I haven't seen Ronald in a while. So I'm hoping he's doing okay. Still tasted all right. I did peel up some of the crumbs off before I ate it just to check it was chicken inside."
Oh God. I guess we know he circumcised it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We studied the image carefully, and we all could see a piece of breaded chicken that looks like a bit like a toadstool.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a toadstool, sure. Well, at least we know he nipped to the tip.
Yep.
God. What is it?
You know that person was just going, "Oh, I can use all the puns.
Every pun.
Every pun. Every pun."
All right, ladies. It is about that time.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
How many crickets do you have left, Red?
I have about still decent amount of crickets. There could be cricket beer in the future if people pay the minion.
Well, I humbly suggest not sending the cricket beer.
I didn't say it's a mango IPA.
I understand that. I'm just saying that's not something that. Don't try and sneak it in. I mean, I'm gonna have to force Ishtar to drink it all.
No, you won't.
But like I said, it's that time. I hope you all had fun. Did you ladies have fun?
I
Have
did.
fun.
Good. Because this has been MSNBC, my snarky news broadcasting channel. All of the news, none of the pants, and I can guarantee at least one of my two beautiful co-hosts are not wearing anything underneath the hemline of their desks, which you can see both of them on screen right now. We have Wren from Rendition and Igor and Poor John's Brews streams where he taunts us and teases us with smoked meats and homemade mead.
Night, guys.
As well as Ishtar from her own Twitch streams where she helps out with voices right here on Help for the Guildless and on Cyber Demon Gaming. Remember, if you want to finish that KFC dating game,
No.
bother her on
No.
Discord, tag her on Twitter, follow
No.
her on Gab, and convince her to finish. There may be a Kentucky Fried Penis in it. Who knows?
And if you want to force the minion to make cricket beer, hop onto Poor John's Brews and give him the $180 to make him do it.
Exactly. Do that. Are you going to say goodbye, Ishtar?
No.
No. All right. And my name, of course, is Antoine the Great. And I hope you all enjoyed the show. You learned something new. And I honestly hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. And remember, gentlemen, next month, March 14th, is something that Ishtar is not looking forward to because she doesn't believe it is real. Steak and a Blowjob Day is coming, guys. Enjoy it. Build up to it. Make sure you're nice and prepared. It's going to be a hard steak to swallow. Bless you. But with all that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.
Bye.